Okay, I am an honest person, so I'm gonna be the one to tell you this because apparently no one in your life wants to tell you the truth. But this is why you're single. Okay, you're not single because you're ugly. Shut up about that. That's not why you're single. You're not single because you're unlovable or you're worthless. That has nothing to do with this. Okay, hear me out. You are single because you haven't met the right person, because no one gives you a reason to not be single. You haven't even met a person who you want to give the time of your day to, so why would you be in a relationship with the wrong person? Why? Bro, being single is fun. Embrace it, because there's gonna be a time when you're in a relationship and you're gonna be like, oh, I remember when I used to be single. Bro, you're single. Go have fun. You're single because you haven't met the person who is going to embrace you for everything that you are, rather than trying to change you into what they want. Honey boo boo child, you need time alone. You need time out of a relationship. You need time to be in love with you.
Quick lesson, guys. Whenever you hear a female start the conversation by saying, I'm an honest person, you could bet your ass whatever she's about to say is going to be dishonest, right? It's going to be very, very dishonest and disingenuous and inauthentic. No different than this chick's little rant that she just went on here, talking about why a woman is single. And the fact that she said, you're not single because you're ugly, you know what? Unless she's talking about lesbians, her little argument here has no merit, because men are attracted to women's physical looks. Okay? We are. We're attracted to women physically. That's what we need to see first before going any further with a girl. We need to know that, hey, she's physically attractive, at least to us, before we do anything else with a girl. And after we get beyond her looks and say we start dating the chick, then it becomes about her personality and her persona and all that other stuff. But the fact that she's already saying, like, oh, it's not because you're unattractive or overweight or unpleasant looking. Actually, yeah, that has a lot to do with the girl. So already you're dishing out fake news here, right? You're dishing out fake news. And it seems like most of her followers are female. So, I mean, this is why it's bad for females to even listen to other females give them dating advice, because most times females, without even knowing it, are sabotaging you. And even when they do know it, they're trying to sabotage you because they want to make sure you're not happier than they are. That's one thing I found out about female nature, is like chicks are just super competitive with each other. They don't want to see their bestie or somebody in their social circle happier than they are. If somebody in their social circle is in a happy relationship with a man, they're about to get married, and they're in love with that guy, and they're, engaged and all this, that chick will come along and, do something toxic and tell her, like, all the reasons why she shouldn't get married, or how she's given up the single life, or how, oh, your man was checking me out, and she'll try to ruin that relationship. So, never take advice from females, even especially if you are a female. Don't take advice from them. Trust a pickup artist. I'll tell you the truth. Right? But in her rant, she was talking about how, you're single because you haven't met the right person, and that's another big pet peeve I have these days with women giving dating advice to other women, saying like, oh, you're single because you haven't met the right person. Because when it comes to women, every non-Chad these days, right? Every non-Chad is suddenly the wrong person, right? If you're not dating a Chad girl, you just haven't met the right person. It's not your fault. It's not your fault you're a 3 in looks and you haven't met a 10 in look guy, a male model. That's not your fault. Just haven't met the right person. And it's dating advice like this that is going to keep you single, right? It's dating advice like that that keeps women single, period. There have never been so many single women on the planet. I think historically, right? This is literally the most amount of single women on the planet at any point in history. Okay? And it's because women's standards for a guy have gone through the roof. And we could blame, obviously, the big culprits are dating apps and social media, right? Dating apps and social media are the main culprits, because you get all these beta simps on these platforms just blowing up these girls' egos, blowing up their heads, making them feel they're a lot more attractive than what they actually are in reality, making them feel like they're worth a lot more than what they actually have to give in reality, right? So now you've got just millions of women out there. I'm not even kidding when I say that. Millions across the globe who are thinking they deserve that Chad when they don't, right? They don't. They don't deserve that Chad because they are far beneath the Chad's sexual marketplace value. But because of social media, because of dating apps, because of the simps of the world out there pumping up these girls' egos, they are led to believe they are more attractive than what they actually are. Right? And I've said this a number of times before that, this is nothing new, right? This is nothing new. This is the world we live in currently. Okay, this is the world we live in currently. And unfortunately, women do not have enough self-awareness to see this. They do not have enough self-awareness to see their own hypocrisy. Right? That they themselves are single because of themselves, right? They are single because of their ridiculous standards for men these days, for what type of dating partner they require, what they require out of a dating partner. And it's like, girl, you don't bring enough to the table to be able to get that type of guy. And until these chicks start being more realistic with themselves, they are just going to stay single. We talk on this channel about the DG, how, a lot of these females over 30, 40, 50 are the DG. We have an influx of DG coming, guys, in the next decade. You're going to see an influx of DG, where the DG dating pool is going to double, triple, quadruple over the next decade or so. Because so many of these women are trying to hold out for their Chad. And and now a lot of these chicks are still in their 20s, right? A lot of these chicks are just going to continue holding out well beyond, or well into, I should say, their middle ages. And it's just going to get worse and worse the more they lose their youth, their fertility, their physical attractiveness. The less likely it is they're going to be able to lock down that Chad, and they're just going to continue chasing that invisible carrot around the racetrack like so many women twice their age are doing, right? Women in their 40s and 50s. Sad to see. These chicks are still out there looking there for their forever man. Oh, I refuse to settle. I am never, ever, 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 ever going to settle. I'm 55, but I want the Chad. I want the six-pack abs, the 6 foot tall, bleach blonde guy, making six figures. It's like, girl, you got to get realistic. Like this girl in this rant, talk about some cognitive dissonance, right? So many of these girls who rant like this have such cognitive dissonance. It's insane, right? The levels of cognitive dissonance is insane because they can't even see it themselves. Like the reason why they're single is because of their own inability to be realistic, their own inability to see what their sexual marketplace value is versus their partners. Okay, because there has to be an equal exchange of value there, right? There has to be an equal exchange of value, or close to that, right? But not this lopsided exchange. Okay, most modern women these days are single because they want men to overpay for their level of sexual marketplace value. They want men to overpay, meaning they want that guy to be a 9 or 10 in looks while they're like a 5 in looks. They want that guy to have six-pack abs while they're stuffing cheeseburgers down their throat every night and getting a little pot belly. Like, that's not an equal exchange in value. And this is why women, especially women like this, are just going to continue to be single. And any women that listen to her are going to continue to be single. If you want to lock down a guy who is good looking, right? He's not going to be like a male model. Sorry, ladies. Unless you're that stunningly hot yourself and you're a good person, you're not going to lock down that guy. If you're like a 5 or 6 in looks and you're like 38 years old, good luck with that. A single mom, no, you're not going to get that type of guy. Okay? You're just not. You'll be lucky if that guy even bangs you or lets you give him a blowjob. Right? But you're not going to get that type of guy. If you want to be realistic and you want a man to stick around and you're tired of being single, you have to drop your standards just a bit, okay? Just a bit to get what you want. And any female dating coach who's going to be honest with you will tell you the same. And I've heard at least one or two female dating coaches out there mimic the same thing. They said, if you want to lock down a guy and you want to be happy, you got to drop your standards at least a little bit. Otherwise, you will be on the carousel for a long, long time. You're going to be risking STDs. You're going to be coming home alone to cats. You're going to be getting older, fatter, more wrinkles, more thinning hair, right? More crow's feet, more turkey neck. You're going to be getting more and more of that over the years. It's going to get worse and worse the longer you stay out there. Is why you have to cash in your chips at some point. Okay? The sooner the better if you're a female. The sooner the better. If you're a guy, different story, right? We could stay out there a bit longer, quite a bit longer, because our SMV is not directly tied to just our looks alone. A lot of it's tied to our wallets. A lot of it's tied to our social status. So it's much easier for guys to, dating works in our favor the older we get, where it does not work that way for women. So, as always, guys, drop those comments below. Let me know what you think of her little rant as well as my own. Drop your comments, and I always love seeing you guys in my comments. I try to read as many of them as I possibly can, so drop them below. And until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out from the top of Vegas in my hotel room. Have a spectacular view here of the high roller wheel, the Wynn, the Palazzo, the Venetian, where I normally stay. I'm not staying there this weekend because everything is book solid. I'm actually here in Vegas for the month, so I'm going to be here all month long, and I've got this spectacular view to look at. It's just incredible at night, but this is the stuff you get when you work your ass off, son. But got a great view of Vegas here. Again, until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe to my channel because it tells YouTube you love my content, you're digging it, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more for you. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of my content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world, on all 4 corners of the globe, are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week we're making it happen, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what kind of divisiveness and what kind of hoopla and anger is going on in the world. We are continuing to live our lives at the highest level, and I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. And it's real simple to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now, and it just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. This is so gorgeous, isn't it? Come out to Vegas. If you've never been to Vegas before, you need to come out and see it for yourself. It's awesome. You need to experience it. And if you can, if you have the means, try to stay more than a few days, because it's really, really hard to go through all of Vegas in just one weekend or just like 3 days. You need to stay for at least a week, if not longer, because there's so much to see here, so many great restaurants, and it's such a fun time. So come out to Vegas.